Hello anyone and welcome to whatever this is, which today is a tour of my Animal Crossing New Horizons island. I don't really make content on this game usually, but with the new update about to drop, I think it was probably about time to show you guys what I've spent the last 5 years doing, so we'll have a quick look around. Welcome to the island of Sylvalum. So we start off with this little flower garden up to the plaza. I have KK at the moment, I set it to a random date in February. April actually, so that the snow would be gone, as you can see. Merengue, I love you. I'm not going to talk to my villagers right now because it's been a while and they will probably be mad at me. Let me just pick this up while I'm here. And down here, this is my house. I'll show you the houses properly later. It's still where I put it originally because I love it. We have some of my signature flower colours down here. Moving on to my little shell beach, I think the shell set is one of the prettiest things in this game, especially that iridescent swatch with my blue, purple and pink flower patch here. Then over this little bridge we come to the rainbow flower place and my marketplace. So we have a little beach cafe down here. Going over to where Captain hangs out. Hello buddy. And then the marketplace proper, so I have a little sewing stand. The little music stand where we can hang around and dance, have a little bit of a festival. The toy stand, which has some of the Christmas items, the Toy Day items. And the DIY stall, which Cart amusingly refers to as the Die 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 stall. Which, you know, not that far off. Then this little bit of my island already existed when I got it, and I quite liked it, so I decided to keep it and transformed it into this little fairy tale area. With some of the wedding items and these ridiculous little books, which I love. Just a cute little spot to hang out. Then we have a little reading area with some of the Sanrio items. I don't have the cards myself, but my friend Sky does, and she let me borrow hers, which is very kind of her. And then further up the beach we have another little reading nook with the mini library. And my stargazing beach, with some little seats to hang around, the telescope, star fragments, and this is one of my favourite photo spots on the island. Now coming around the corner here, we come into where my villagers live. A lot of the island I just left in its natural state. I didn't do much terraforming, but there were little bits here and there. I will show you all of the houses as the video goes on, so this is Flurry's house. And I have decorated them all with the DLC by now, I believe. So this is what I've done for Flurry, keeping the traditional hamster thing, but with all of these cute little pink items, just to give it some fun feel. Sorry Flurry, I promise I'll come back and talk to you later. Probably should have gone and talked to them all before recording this, but as I said, it's been a while. Then carrying on further along, pick up that random stick while I'm here. Then we have a few more villagers' houses. No one's in at the moment, but I will come back when they are. So this is where Merengue lives. And she has this, she's wearing the Elvis coat. Oh, I love it. She has a really cute pink Dinah vibe, which I thought just suited her sweet appearance. So this is Twirl's house, which is one of my favourites. If you know my channel, you know I love a good space theme, and so she has a really pretty moon and star themed house, with of course some of the original furniture that she came with. Just this really sweet little spacey vibe. Further along this avenue, I have a bit of space here I'm not quite sure what to do with yet. Maybe some of the new items from the update will come in. And into this section, where my second villager's house is. So this is where Icarus lives. So this is Icarus. He is based on one of my OCs, and I was mostly excited to be able to make a non-white character in this game. Let's have a look around his house, which I think is probably the most logically laid out of any of mine. So we have this little planty living area to start with. Then off to the left we have a little study. A lot of the kind of bamboo and naturey things have been used in this house just to make it quite calm, quite garden feeling. Bring some of the outdoors in. And whatever other interior design talk I can come up with. I really like the windows that come with this wallpaper. The green wood on its own might not be my favourite, but the overall vibe is just very pleasant to me. And then here at the back we have a little bedroom. This is one of the rooms that I might redo after the update. It's nice enough, but I'm at a point now where sanity is perhaps a little less interesting to me than it could be, which I'm sure you'll see in my other houses. I don't dislike it, but I just think there could be something a little more fun back here. I'll have to decide what I can think of that would fit the vibe of this house, but for now let's check out the bathroom. Keeping it a little bit moody in here, but with this really nice sea view. Gosh, I would kill for a bathroom like this in real life. It's just so insanely nice. Maybe not the slightly hideous palm tree lamp, but you know, it has its place. Upstairs we have another large use of some of the wedding items that I love. Again, to make this really beautiful mountainscape garden area for formal entertaining. If ever we have some nice guests to this island. And just for fun in the basement, we have a bit more of a work zone, so we have his little science lab, which I'm sure is a totally normal thing to keep in your basement, but I had a lot of fun curating items for this. Nothing unusual going on here at all. Nothing at all, I swear. I keep all of my Lily of the Valleys down here, which I enjoy, at least all the ones I can find. And he has a little garden area with the pears and the pumpkins, and another little nice sitting spot. I really like this location for his house. And then along here, we come into my little farm area. So we have places to sit and have some food and a cooking stall. Little vegetable stand, hello Etoile. And this is my crop patch. Watched over by this little tractor here. And then up here are the rest of my villagers. I have a couple of real dreamies. Marshall I had fun finding. I think I got him from an island. Tangy I adore. I had Tangy on my New Leaf Island and it makes me very happy to have her again. Same with, I believe I saw her up here. Yes, Agent S. Absolute dreamy. Me and Cart had Agent S in our shared version of Wild World. And this is where Mitzi lives. Oh, she's crafting. But this is the little house I put together for her. Just some cute and casual blue vibes. And this is Sheldon, I think. Yes. Sheldon was one of my starting villagers. I also had Deirdre, but she moved away a while ago. Oh, Chai is visiting. I know you're all upset at me, but I feel bad and I should probably talk to you. But this is Sheldon's house, which I'm kind of in love with the forest vibes. But of course still with a little punching bag for him. It really suits the kind of orange he has going on, I think. I genuinely think that the Happy Home Designer DLC was the saving grace for this game. We'll go into the other houses in a bit, Looks like Marshall's home now. I think I kept the exterior of his house more or less as the default. I can't quite remember what I did with the interior though, so this should be fun to see. Oh yeah. Of course, the Toy Day dinosaur just ruining it, but otherwise a nice little kind of dark vibe. A bit moody, but with some nice fancy appliances. I'm surprised I've never put anything in this corner. Really ought to have a craft bench there. Perhaps I never quite got round to it. Might have to fix that when I'm next on Aurora. Looks like Chai's finally home. I find the exterior of this house really cute. And on the interior we kept a lot of the cinema roll furniture and just played into those really cute blue and pink vibes. Looks like Tangy's home now. I just thought this door plate was perfect. And she has her kind of beach party themed house. I really love the vibes in here with all of the fruit furniture and just how light and airy it feels. And then this cute little bar on the side. I have been having a really hard time finding Zucker and Agent S at home, but we finally have Agent S, so let's head in. Still one of my favourite villagers for no reason other than sheer nostalgia. But Agent S has this cool little spy-themed room, which is just kind of perfect. Keeping an eye on the whole island on our behalf. Looks like I've finally caught Zucker at home, so let's have a look. Zucker got gifted a towel by another villager. Must have been about 5 years ago now and has not taken it off since, and I'm mildly furious, even though I keep giving him new clothes. But I do very much enjoy his house. The foodie vibes in here are kind of immaculate in my opinion. And then up here, this is the more natural side of the island, so this is my flower breeding area with beehives. And it's all just completely left to the flowers. No particular placement or anything. Just a little bit of chaos. And sticks I haven't picked up. And there's the little bee. Just letting things grow. And then up here is the third house, which is Evoluna's. And this is Evoluna, who is the first D&D character I ever made before I got the chance to start playing. And she has this cute little house up here in her own little garden. This islandy, cliffy bit was here originally on my island, and again I chose to just keep it pretty much how it was, especially since it's on the natural side of the island. So here we are in her house, which is pretty much entirely vibes-based, as you will probably see as we go through it. I have thankfully now had the opportunity to play D&D, which is very good fun, even if I haven't used her specifically yet. And as we head into the museum area of her house, I will shout out my friend Lucas, who is currently DMing for us, but they have a channel as well, and we've been playing some Fire Emblem 7, so if you want to go and see that, do head on over. For now, this is where some of my museum fakes and other curious items have ended up. Eva doesn't actually have a basement yet, so depending on how the update goes, I may choose to make it a Zelda basement, or finally find a home for some of the Mario stuff I have. And then finally upstairs we have her little cave and potions room. Really following on with the D&D theme here, but I'm obsessed with a lot of the glowing moss furniture. And it was really nice to have an opportunity to use it for a cute little space. I think perhaps this room could benefit from some Zelda items when they come out too. I'm sure I'll have a good time choosing what I want to use in my houses. Down here we have the other side of the natural island section, which is a bit curated to be read. But we have a little camping zone. We have a well. Just a really nice little natural area to come and hang out. I don't like making the whole of my island super decorated. I like being able to just wander around bits like this. Then up here on this side of the beach, we have the mermaid area. The mermaid stuff was possibly my absolute favourite in New Leaf. My friend Sky and I spent a lot of time on Tortimer's Island when we should probably have been doing schoolwork in our free periods. But I've collected as much of it as I can now and filled it in with a couple of other items that seem to match, like this piano, the candles, little things like that just to fill up this area into what I think is pretty cute. And then down here on the beach, I believe is just my coconut trees. Ooh. And a little bonus. Let's see what we got. You can tell I did a little bit of a clear up before this. Oh, flower sunglasses. That sounds cute. Yeah, so here are my coconut trees. And then from this more natural side of the island, we cross over into the shopping district. Nice little bench by the oranges. Obviously Tom Nook's store, or I guess in this case the Nooklings. Good old Nook's Cranny. Then up here we have the little cash machine and Able Sisters. And down below it we have a playground area. All fitting in the kind of colour scheme of this bit. Hey, Zucker buddy. And below it is our party beach, so we have some candy floss, we have a fire pit, a nice hammock, and another dance area. Who do we have visiting us today? Oh, hello. Gruff. Interesting look, my buddy. And then coming up from the party beach, we have the little theme park area in the middle of the island. With the carousel, the teacups, our little train, some snacks, and this really cute picnic area. I originally had the black and white kind of set of this stuff, but I traded with Sky for all of the pastel because I think it's adorable. And of course, surrounding the plaza, we have our multiple fruit trees. Back around, and before going to my house, we'll go up this avenue and into the museum, which has its own little garden, with a few fossils, a little place to sit, and of course the iconic blue Rosetta Stone. My museum isn't finished apart from the dinosaur area, so there's not much to show you in there. And now that we've had a look around the outside, let's check out Aurora's house. So we have the little house here, and then the miniature version of it, with my little garden back here, which has another really cute picnic spot. And this one is themed around a lot of my own interests, so we start in the first room with a little cake shop / bakery. I really love how this came out with some of my Crimson Aurora colour scheme and then the various items from the game. The little aprons, we have multiple cakes, as many as I could fit in. And then at the back, I have my little hobby room. So this has some of my kind of sewing and art things represented in it, and of course the beautiful wallpaper at the back. I'm kind of obsessed with that. We have a few of my custom designs mixed in with some of the fun items. You'll see a lot of Xenoblade themed. That's kind of a theme, which obviously my island is called Sylvalum. If you're familiar with Xenoblade X, you will understand that. And if you're not, just know that I'm slightly obsessed. I think I've played Xenoblades 1, 3 and X on the channel, as well as Future Connected. Not 2, maybe one day for charity, but it's a fantastic series, so I do highly recommend it. And this is my little office. It's sort of themed around my real life office, though more of my instruments are downstairs, and frankly my setup isn't this nice. But with the lighting, the monitors, a little gaming area, and some instruments there at the back, with this really cute starry wallpaper that I would love to have in real life. Then across from this we have a little courtyard garden. I'm desperate for when the update comes out to get a Zelda Guardian to put in this room. I think it would look really cute. It's just kind of little quiet natural vibes in here with all the cherry blossom stuff that I love. I'll find somewhere to sneak a Guardian in here when the time comes. I'm sure I will. Some little glowy mushrooms. Just a nice little chill toned down room for the house. And then upstairs we have a little bedroom. You run through the pile of petals to get there with some of the space-themed things, the Kiki and Lala bed, which I adore. Of course we had to have a cat tree if it's going to be my house. And then this little kind of media area over here, which I think is just really cute. There's so much fun stuff to do with my colour scheme in this game, and it brings me a lot of joy. So that's nearly it for Aurora's house, and of course everything is totally normal, nothing weird going on here at all. And now that we're done with the tour of Sylvalum proper, let's have a look at my DLC locations. Now, the theme does continue here of the Xenoblade X theme, so there are a number of strange references. Please do let me know if you get or enjoy any of them. But starting off with the school, I think this is the most me-themed of probably all of the ones on this island. My school focuses primarily on sewing, cooking, art. More so the cooking and the art. For those who don't know, all of my formal qualifications are in bakery and patisserie, so I had a lot of fun making this the kind of place I would have liked to have studied. With a cute little kitchen, the more formal learning area, and then some places to do research at the back. Next up is my little cafe, which from the outside has that Crimson Aurora touch. It always bothered me a little bit that you couldn't make or get all of the same items on every building. And welcome to Barista Court, which has a bit of a theme with the workers, as you can see. A really cute little ocean view purple vibe. Again, some of the items that I've used in my own house, you can see how much I enjoy them. Just a nice little cosy venue. And then I have done the upstairs area, which if I remember rightly is the little gallery. Yes. So keeping with the theme, the really nice blue and purple aesthetic with a little seating area and plenty of art on the walls, including some of my personal favourites actually. And now here we are at the clothing shop. Stepping into the commercial district, we have the nice city view, some really pretty constellation items, and of course the Xenoblade X theming that I must continue with. All of the clothing items are the right colour scheme. Wow, the changing rooms really ruined my pan around. Plenty of items to enjoy. And here in the back, a small area to try on any of your choices, with the little changing booths. And of course a truly beautiful dress. Now here we are just next door with our restaurant. Me trying to find all of the pink, purple and cyanish blue options for the exteriors of the building. Oh, I do enjoy Mallory, but this is possibly my favourite name of all of the ones I've done, Fries of the Blood Lob. It's so stupid. There's something really fun to me about these bright colours here. I know I've gone with quite a dark background colour aesthetic for this island, or the buildings on it, but overall I think it really makes those other colours pop. And of course, our restaurant's motto, written on the wall: one must always be ready to chip chip chop. And finally on this tour, our hospital. I know I haven't unlocked quite everything, there's a couple of challenges left that I have to do. But this is where I've got up to so far on the DLC, besides the houses of course. And welcome into Mimius Home Maintenance. This one is perhaps the strangest, but I do enjoy it very much. So, thank you for joining me on this tour of Sylvalum. I hope you've enjoyed having a look around my island, and I hope you will enjoy the 3.0 update when it comes out. I'm not sure if I'll actually play anything for it on this channel, but if you'd like to see more Animal Crossing updates, let me know. If you'd like to see how I change things around, or any gameplay, maybe I'll consider it. I have been a terrible uploader again, I'm sorry to my subscribers. Life is kind of happening at a depressing rate at the moment, and I haven't had much capacity for getting stuff done for this, but I'm hoping to be able to bring you some new content soon. And thank you so much for putting up with me in the meantime, so until next time, thanks again, and goodbye.